The last little topic for workplace relations is dispute resolution. What happens if we cannot resolve or there's a disagreement between the employees and their employer? And so basically it's a three-step process. We say, so the questions we might get asked are describe, explain or outline the methods of dispute resolution and compare or distinguish them. And three-step process. So a workplace conflict or dispute is basically the first option is we have a grievance procedure. So like a sort of a series of steps in a document that says when you can't agree, here's what to do through some preset procedures. Now that doesn't work, then we go to mediation. We're an independent third party. We'll work with all the parties involved in the dispute to help them figure out the best solution to resolve it. And lastly, if that doesn't work, then we go to arbitration, where the independent third party arbitrates. Arbitrates just means rules, I guess, rules about the dispute, makes a judgment about it, and tells them, the parties, how to resolve it. And together, they represent the dispute resolution process. So what we need to know for each one is what is it, who's involved, where does it take place? So let's look at grievance procedures. So it's where the employer and the employer, they resolve a dispute, they have preset procedures. It's probably going to be listed in the workplace contract. So whether it's the award or the collective agreement, enterprise agreement or individual contract, there's going to be a series of steps. We do this, if that doesn't work, then we do that. And if that doesn't work, then we do this, etc. So who's involved? It's the employees and their representatives. So you can have like someone from the union you want, or your lawyer, whatever. More senior employee and your employer. And so it's done at the business level. This is done at the workplace. Mediation's different. We're going to have an independent third party that's probably going to be the Fair Work Commission, but not necessarily. You can hire independent mediators. They're going to help the parties figure out the best solution for everyone. So that is between the employee and their representative versus the employer. And then you have this third party mediator in the room too. It's still done at the business level. So it could be offsite at a neutral venue. But what we're saying is it's not done at the government or the courts. It's still done at the business level. Then we have arbitration. If we still can't resolve this thing, the independent third party, which is the Fair Work Commission, arbitrates the dispute, listens to the arguments of both sides, then makes a decision on how to resolve it. It's basically a court case. So you've got employees and their representatives, and you've got the employer, so there's going to be lawyers involved for each, and then you've got the court, so the third party arbitrator, the Fair Work Commission. So this is not done at the business level at the workplace, it's done at the Fair Work Commission. That leaves some other things. What is the role of the third party? Well, grievance procedure, there is no third party. We're trying to work it out between the employee and employer. And is the final decision legally valid? No, it's not a legally binding decision here. Mediation, there is a third party, could be the Fair Work Commission, but they bring people together to facilitate communication and discussion, trying to get the parties themselves, employee and employer, to resolve it. So decisions there are not legally binding either. Now, with arbitration, the arbitrator rules, makes a final decision for the parties about what the solutions should be, and therefore with this one, a key difference is the final decision by the Fair Work Commission is legally binding. You have to stick by that. Both employees and employers are bound by